What are some of the struggles that you've had to go through as an agent to hit the agency owner, get your first million in like issue paid production in a year? Talk to me about that.
Man, it's like the same things you go through working towards a fitness goal. It's the same thing you go through working towards a solid relationship at home. Things come up, they hurt. You have two choices, whether to keep going or to give up. And that happens when you're becoming a great agent. You're on your path to learning to be better with a skill set. You're on your path to learning to be better as a leader if you're growing an agency. There's a lot of things involved. When those speed bumps come up, when those storms happen, you got two decisions, really. One, you take it like a champ and you move forward. You seek coaching, you associate yourself with the right people, but also you got to have that internal fortitude to just move forward. And so I think like becoming a good agent, becoming a good agency owner, that's something that I am striving to be. And things have come up a lot over the last year. Like just in the last month, like we just moved from Louisiana to Buffalo. We're having a kid next month. We just finished a remodel. There's so many things going on. We're still pressing on in our business in such an awesome way. Our team's still getting some huge wins, but like there's been speed bumps along the way. We've had some internal difficulties. So Mason, I think it's just simply this: you got to push forward. You can't quit. The people who do quit, they won't make it. It's just like the simple math.
Absolutely. I think the people wishing for an easy life, you're going to regret it at the end, because you can either choose to do hard things now, become someone who is good-hearted and God-fearing and loving as possible, or you can wish for an easy life and you can clock in and out, go play your video games, go watch your prawn videos and live a miserable life and die.
Yeah.
And if that's your agenda, I think you're dishonoring the people who brought you here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about the things that stop someone from winning, the things that come up that'll get in your way of winning. I want to talk about a few of those things. I think number one, people just quit too soon, Mason. They just give up too soon.
What's the time frame that you think they quit in?
Whatever goal you're going towards. I mean, if you want to be an agency owner, you're lacking depth perception. Things can happen quickly in a 6-month period of time.
Explain that, because this is one of my favorite things in the world that people seem to, people hear mindset and perspective, but they glance right over it. They think it's all on the skills, but 80% of your success in this business, any business, is all mental.
Yeah, you got to have that perception. You got to have the ability to see the end result in mind and keep it in mind on a daily basis. It's hard to scope back like that when you've got appointments here and there and you've got coaching sessions and you've got things that you need to learn, skills that you need to add. Like, it's hard to have depth perception, so you have to keep the end result in mind. People just give up too soon, whether it's they want to be a $100,000 producer or they want to run a massive agency. They're going to give up too soon, the majority of people. And it's because they lack that depth perception. They didn't keep the end result in mind on a daily basis. It's just one of those core values you got to keep right in front of your face. We have whiteboards, we have vision boards, whatever you want to call them. That stuff actually does matter, but it also matters to keep running your feet while you're doing that. So if you stop too soon, those visions will never come into fruition. Those things will never happen for you. Number two, it takes mental toughness. Things are gonna come up.
Tell me a story of something that's happened in you and your wife's life, or maybe just yours. Like, what is something that has happened to you guys that's been extremely difficult?
This is like 2 weeks ago. We were pushing towards a promotion last month. We're on our run to 130. I'm sure for you in the IMO world, you know what we're talking about here. We're on a run to 130. We had a qualifying month to hit 115 last month, and towards the end of the month, things started getting tough. When you feel a storm coming, when people say it rains, it pours, it's so true. We woke up one morning and we had the opportunity to speak on Symmetry's national call. So we had that at like noon. I wake up, my day starts. I get a text that my sister got in a car accident. The person doesn't have insurance. We're dealing with that. I got a call from our accountant, Mason, that our entire accounting firm shut down and filed bankruptcy. This is like several days before business taxes were due and maybe a week before personal taxes were due. Nonetheless, they shut down and filed bankruptcy. Things got chaotic that morning. We were pushing for a goal. We had this national call that we were preparing for. Like, that's just one glimpse inside of a morning in the Schnitzer house. You know, those things are going to happen all the time. I thank my wife for this. She started speaking life into the situation right away, but we got through it. We had a great day. We hit our goal that month. Like, this is just a normal day. And you have to see those things. When you have big problems in your life, you got to get bigger as a person. They become smaller problems. So you got to grow yourself, that mental toughness. I'm an ultra marathon runner, Mason. I didn't know if you knew that.
I see you running miles I used to go run like 5 miles a day, but I was like, I think I just want to lift weights now.
I love lifting weights, but the running was so hard. And when you get to like a 20 or 30 mile distance, things start playing with your mind. It just starts eating away at you. You can take a turn off the road. You can call for a ride home. You can do anything you want to, but
it's so easy to give up.
So easy to give up.
There was a night I could not go to sleep, and I was just sitting there. It was raining outside. I was like, I can't sleep. I was like, what are my options? Stay up, I can go watch a movie, I can play some video games, I can call this girl over here. I was like, fuck it. I ran for like 26 hours straight. I need to push myself. I don't know what the hell came over me right then and there. I need to struggle and I need to suffer right now.
You wanted to break yourself off. I think people forget to do that when they get successful, and it creates a level of comfortability.
I need to fucking suffer. It's like, I need to teach myself a lesson and quit being a little bitch right now. Okay, you can't go to sleep? I'll give you a reason to be tired. I went and ran 24 hours, just left my phone, called my brother, sent him a text, said like, hey, come look at the dogs for a little bit, feed them, and I just took off. And it was like, I think I got like 60 miles.
Gosh, man, that's awesome.
After about 10, I couldn't even feel my legs. I was like, okay, perfect, we're good.
That's super awesome. And I know that we're cut from the same cloth when I hear things like that, because you've had a level of success in your business. And for anyone who's listening to this, who's caught a little level of success, there are levels to this game. You gotta put hard things in your calendar if life feels easy for you right now.
There is no light without dark. I think there's a lot of gray in the world. It's not this way or this way. I think that's one of the most dangerous perspectives to have, is things have to be A or B. Because there's a C up above that. It's called perceptual positions is what I call it.